Hey, guys. Welcome back and happy Monday, which means happy Halloween. I know what you guys are thinking. What is his costume, right? Well, since I'm such a great person, today I'm dressing up as a horrible person. Thank you, Caroline Stanbury. Now, with that, guys, just kidding. With that, we're back to talk about some Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because it looks like, well, Kyle Richards did Teddy's podcast, Two Teas in a Pod. And it seems like she's trying to clear some things up, but she's also explaining, I don't want to defend my sister. I don't feel like I need to. And I thought that was pretty interesting. And she's talking about some family members liking some tweets. Plus, we have Garcelle and Sutton who have officially unfollowed Lisa Rinna because they've had enough. They're done with her. Over. Finito. Finished. Done. Goodbye. So we have a lot to discuss. Again, happy Halloween. Before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys. So again, getting back to this, before we get into Garcelle and Sutton, I wanted to talk a little bit about Teddy having Kyle Richards on her podcast. I thought this was interesting because Kyle hasn't really spoken out too much about everything that went on with Kathy. She just keeps saying sisters are sisters and sisters come back together and yada, yada. But we know it's bigger than that. We originally heard that there were some things that weren't said about Kyle, some things that weren't mentioned on the show about her family that maybe Kathy said. And obviously we see where Kyle's not defending Kathy. She ended up telling Teddy Mellencamp, she's like, just because we're blood, that doesn't mean I have to defend her. No, I don't feel that way. I feel like if you're going to say mean things about me, then why should I have to defend you? You can defend yourself. And she also went on to say how difficult it is because people don't understand the full scope of what's going on because they're just watching a television show. Now, Teddy was asking her, she's like, when you were on the reunion floor, none of the other women were sticking up for you. And Kyle made a good point. She's like, well, because sometimes when you have a show like this, you have people who are sort of like the fan favorite, right? The one that season that everyone likes. And that's somebody that if you really go up against them, well, the fans might turn on you and they might not want you to come back. And we saw that with Kathy Hilton because Lisa Rinna was one of two who went up against her and Erica. And if you watched BravoCon, well, the panel, you would see where Lisa Rinna walked out and she got booed, like bad booed, like flipping people off, like get off the stage. And now people want her off the show. They want her canceled, gone, done, finished. But I don't know if that's going to happen. And we know that Kathy Hilton gave ultimatums. I don't know if that's going to play out well either for Andy Cohen and Bravo, because we know that Andy Cohen and Bravo don't like ultimatums. But at the end of the day, Kyle Richards addressed Paris Hilton liking some of the harsh tweets. And she's like, this is family, yes, but I feel like I'm catching all of the blame. Nobody quite understands. Nobody's ever going to understand the dynamics. You might think you know as viewers, but you don't. And I'm sick of it. And I was like, wow, that's pretty bold to go on and say that on Two Teas in a Pod. And I don't know why everyone gives Teddy the soundbite, but they're best friends. So I guess, okay. Now, moving over, Reality Blurb. Thank you so much for the coverage. Garcelle Beauvais, I always say Beauvais, but it's Beauvais, and Sutton Strack are no longer following Lisa Rinna on Instagram. I'm not shocked by that. Lisa Rinna, it's sometimes you see when you go on social media and you see people's feeds, it's really hard because if you block them, then you're an asshole. If you unfollow them, same thing. But then if you mute them, well, then you don't have to look at them. You don't have to look and see what they're posting in the content. I've muted so many people, but when you unfollow, then that's like that definitive line. I don't know what world we live in, but now, like, if you unfollow someone, then that's just like the line in the sand. We're done with you. Following a dramatic 12th season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, which saw Lisa admitting to tossing Garcelle's memoir in the trash and screaming at Sutton on a number of occasions, the ladies seem to be distancing themselves from their controversial co-star. Why wouldn't they? I would. Sutton, Strack, and Garcelle have unfollowed Lisa Rinna, and that's what the Real Housewives Zone on Instagram confirmed to their followers. And some people I did see where they were wondering, is it because they're trying to get like this hype up for the upcoming season? Is there going to be some new drama? Are they trying to play out storylines for the new season already? Maybe that's even what Erica did when she was on stage for the villain, the Shady Assassins panel or whatever the case was, when she's like, if there was a couple in our group who will probably not make it to the end, it would be Dorit and PK. Now we can already see that if Erica is asked back and Dorit's asked back, then we're going to have this kick off the premiere Dorit's going to address Erica, PK's going to address Erica, and it's going to be like this Elton John Oscar party situation all over again. And it's going to get dragged out, and we're going to it'll just be annoying. As Real Housewives of Beverly Hills fans may know, Garcelle and Sutton's unfollowing of Lisa came just after the two women spoke out against her in a couple of messages shared to their Twitter pages. At the end of last week, after Lisa took to her Instagram story to suggest that the many feuds with her past and present co-stars are part of her job, Garcelle and Sutton spoke out. "Just doing my job, folks," Lisa said on her social media. And this is what she's telling fans who are getting pissed off at her. She's like, "Guys, you guys are getting upset with me. I'm just doing my job." But do you really have to take it to this extent? I guess she feels like she does. Along with a photo of those that she's feuded with in recent years, including Lisa Vanderpump, Camille Grammer, Denise Richards, Yolanda Hadid, and Kim Richards. "Just doing my job, calling out their bullshit, one cast member at a time." Can we talk about what's going on with Lisa Rinna's family? But after seeing the post, Sutton asked, "Who cares? No more for me." And in response, Garcelle added, "Girl, I'm with you. Enough." Before linking her aggressive antics towards her castmates to job responsibilities, Lisa blamed her over-the-top antics on the overwhelming grief that she had faced after the passing of her mother, Lois. Now, fans also aren't buying that because they're like, "You're blaming this on your grief, but yet you've come off like a villain, a mean girl for a long time, way before you lost your mom." And it's super unfortunate that she lost Lois. I think that Lois was, out of anything, people watching Lisa Rinna, nobody didn't dislike or nobody disliked Lois. Everyone loved her. So she was, I don't know, she'll be very missed. Around the same time, while appearing on Watch What Happens Live, Lisa owned up to her mean girl behavior on Instagram, and she was hopeful for her patterns, well, to improve with time. "I have been a flipping nightmare. I know it. I acknowledge it. I have tried to fix it as much as I can. I am fully self-aware that I'm a mess right now. I'm just a mess. So let's hope it gets better." What kind of, like, that's like the biggest, it's like I'm owning it, but I'm not changing it. So I'm an adult, I'm owning it, but I'm not changing my behavior on social media. It's honestly just a joke. I think that we should just honor her request. I mean, Andy Cohen, I wouldn't want to see anybody lose their job, but she said, "Put me on pause." Andy, she asked for it. Guys, I want to hear what your thoughts are. So go ahead, comment below. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to, well, hit that notification bell. Also, we're dropping a new episode of Hot Messy Podcast tomorrow. So you can go to the description of this video, click on the link, let us know what you think. And then on top of that, yeah, it's Halloween, guys. So happy Halloween. I'm a horrible human today. Not always, but today I am. I love you guys so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.